Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Today's lesson is about persuasive writing. I think I have explained a little bit about this kind of writing, but today I'm gonna talk more and I'm gonna teach you like tips or strategies to follow that will help you to write a persuasive essay. So first, you have to know that a persuasive essay is a writing piece which the author tried to convince readers with with particular stand or a particular stand or a point of view. Okay, so you're gonna learn how to persuade or convince readers about your opinion or your point of view. Okay, so you have a point of view and you want to convince the readers about this point of view. Okay, and here like the first line, how do you hold readers interest with them over to viewpoint and convince them to act on an issue all at the same time. Okay, you write a persuasive essay with a clear argument that are well supported by strong reasons and relevant evidence. As you read the following essay about curfew, sorry, pay attention to the author's argument and her evidence to support it. Okay, so persuasive essays can be written about any subject. For example, you can write about your own persuasive essay about using cell phones in school, wearing uniform, or wearing a seat belt in a car. A persuasive essay is one of the best way to convince people your point of view. Okay, so if you have a point of view, just use persuasive writing or persuasive essay to convince readers. Okay, and when you're writing a persuasive essay, you have to write an argument and come up with a logical argument that will help you and convince readers about your point of views. So you have to come up with logical arguments to convince your audience, or maybe like you convince specific kind of people, maybe teenagers, children, or adults. So it depends. So be careful when you want to choose your argument. Okay, so this is the first thing you should know, or like no, I mean the second steps, I'm sorry. So here we have like some kind of tips that I want to give it to you. First, select a subject. Choose the subject that you like to write about it and like you feel interested about this topic or about this subject. That will help you a lot to write your own a persuasive essay. Okay, and right, and then you go and then you should write an argument that you are going to defend side of the argument. You like this way or not this way, it depends on your argument, side of the argument that you are going to defend, because maybe you think that, like for example, wearing a uniform is so important. So this, you have to like come up with logical arguments that you go why, and you why, because you know you want to defend why wearing uniform is so important, right? And you have to gain knowledge about the subject. So you have to like know a lot of information about this topic or about this subject, so you can write about it. Okay, and the most important thing in my opinion is this statement. Okay, this statement is so important. You should learn how to write this statement and your persuasive essay. Okay, so here we have attention grabber. So you have to write oh, first, I'm sorry, I just want to say something. You should this like the form that you should follow to write your persuasive essay. So first introduction, okay, and be clear, choose your argument and your thesis statement and so on. Okay, and check your grammar, spelling, all that things, all that stuff. Main body, okay, so you have like three paragraphs, one for each argument. So if you have like three arguments, for example, why wearing uniform is so important, so you have a three argument, you should write three body paragraphs. And like you have to give opinions and evidence so are so important, because you want like to convince the readers, you have to come up with evidence, okay, true evidence. And that you should like include your persuasive essay. And again, check your spelling and grammar. Last, in conclusion, you have to like rewrite your point of view, restate it, okay, and please do not come up with a new idea or a new argument in your conclusion. If you have just like come up with the new conclusion, with new argument while you're writing your conclusion, just write a new body paragraph, okay. Just briefly restate your three arguments, just like make it short, summarize it, and that's it, okay. And please check your grammar and your spelling, okay. So here we have attention. You should start with your introduction, like make it interesting, okay, to grab the reader's attention. And here make a claim, okay, clear claim that and evident, and like again to persuade your readers, and choose strong and academic vocabulary, okay. Here states claim of curfew supports. So here I just want you to read this one because we're gonna discuss this essay on our live session. And here logical appeal with evidence, you have to come up with evidence to support your argument and to support your thesis, okay. And here direct quote by police captain endorsed, okay. So maybe you can come up like with a quote that real person said that, okay. And statistical evidence on teenage crime, maybe you can come up again with the statistics, okay, and this is completely true. And here emotional appeal supported by evidence, okay. Like this here, most crime committed by against minors occurs between 3 and 6 p.m., okay. So like this is emotional appeal supported by evidence. And here use of loaded term big brother supported by concept of constitutional right, okay. And here call to action against teenage, okay. So maybe this is the conclusion. So I want you to read this because we're gonna discuss it, okay. We're gonna discuss the introduction and the evidence, okay. Please read it. And here that's it, like again the strategy that I have said. Introduce a precise claim, these statements, develop your claim with reason and evidence, state factors to stick for reliable references, sources, include expert opinions, drop an example or an anecdote. Anecdote means short story, okay. Anecdote is so good when you want to write your persuasive essay. You can like ask like people, like journalists, and write an anecdote about someone, okay, that will convince people, that will convince readers and the audience, okay. Support reasons with emotional appeals, okay. So that's it for today. I want you please read this article because we're gonna discuss it, okay. And you have any question, please ask me. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed our lesson. Enjoy your day. Have a nice day.